January the 22nd. I guess the Lord had me in the right place, the right time, with the right commitment. I was president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And then we had agreed that, and I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed, after they signed their names to a petition, that we were going to march as a teacher group. And so on January 22nd, we met at Clark Elementary School here, which was the school where I attended the first grade through the sixth grade. We met upstairs, and we marched up a file. My partner was my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade science teacher. His name was Mr. A.J. Durgan. He was the incoming president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And we led that march, teachers, for the first time in the United States, coming down the steps of Clark Elementary School, down Lawn Street, down to Alabama Avenue, down to the courthouse. Teachers, for the first time. Getting down to the county courthouse, that was standing next to the steps, the superintendent of education, the chairman of the board of education, to persuade me, because I was a teacher, to take the teachers back to the school because we had made a point, and that no longer should we try to pursue that right from that particular point. And I told them we had a right to be at the county courthouse. It was our courthouse. We were not backing down from our right to be there. And I asked the superintendent and the chairman of the board, who signed my check, to step aside. We went up those steps. Jim Clark had his deputies across the door, and he indicated that we were trying to make a mockery out of his courthouse. And we indicated to him that that was our courthouse also. He gave us 1 minute to move off of those steps. At the expiration of that minute, he took the billy club and jabbed us down the steps on the sidewalk. And my partner, Mr. A.J. Durgan, who, as I said, was my teacher, he was not quite used to that stuff like I was. And he asked me on the ground, he said, "What shall we do?" I said, "We are going back." He said, Yeah. And so we went back the second time. We jabbed down the steps after a minute, and he asked me the same question. I gave him the same answer, and he gave me the same response. The third time, when I really was trying to get all the teachers arrested, because teachers were not aware of the tremendous influence. They were the largest black professional group here in Dallas County. And so after going back the third time, he said, "If you don't go up these steps, Jim Clark," said, "we're going to arrest you." I said to myself, "Exactly what I want you to do." And so after about 45 seconds, before that minute expired, someone on the inside of the courthouse came and pulled him on the inside of the courthouse door and said, I didn't go in there with him, but I can imagine what they told him. For goodness sake, don't arrest those teachers.
That's right. Welcome to the Lineage Podcast. It is a great, thankful Thursday here once again. I'm glad to be with you. Glad to be here to have another week. Hope everybody's week is going great. Hope everybody is taking care of themselves and taking care of their family and others. Before, you already know what time it is. If you do not have the book, Selma Self-Sacrifice, please get it. It is on Amazon.com. It is a great read, the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, written by himself and Mrs. Kathy Walters. Please get that book. Also, if you haven't booked the tour, we will be in Selma this Saturday. We have over a dozen people for this tour that we'll be hosting Saturday. Book the tour, FD Reese Historical Tour. You can look it up online on Viator or TripAdvisor. You just look at the reviews before you book it.
I was just going to say that. Make sure you check them receipts out.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, MJ, I'll tell you this: when you Google Selma Tours, we come up first on the work engine.
Okay.
So that means we've been working.
Yeah.
You know, and check them receipts. I guarantee you'll want to come be a part of this tour.
Right. Exactly. I like that. So yeah, we'll be in Selma this Saturday hosting tour of over a dozen people, and I think a couple of them are teachers, so that's gonna be a little icing on the cake.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, it's gonna be icing on the cake.
We're gonna make them take some curriculum back to their classrooms.
Right. Look, the foundation, we are hosting a back to school drive / book bag giveaway / job fair. We're gonna keep y'all updated. Next week we'll have all the information, all the details of everything. We're in DeKalb County. We're gonna be at the library right here on Linecrest and
River Road.
Right here on Linecrest and River Road. We'll let you know all the details next week. So keep that in your ears, keep that on your hearts. What else am I missing? I think that is all for now.
History on a Pair, man.
Oh yeah, History on the Pair. Matter of fact, I got a shirt on now. History on the Pair. HistoryOnThePair.com. We got a lot of apparel. Matter of fact, we just got the tour shirts in. I meant to tell you, bro, we got the tour shirts in.
Oh man.
Yesterday. So we have shirts. When you take the tour, you can purchase to say that you took the FD Reese historical tour. So the people that's coming this weekend will be that'll be the inaugural ones who can get the shirt. It's great. And the reason why we came up with the shirt, because it's just another way of getting Granddaddy's name out there. Because 9 times out of 10, if you wear that shirt and someone happens to want to ask you about the shirt, you took the FD Reese historical tour, they're gonna ask you who is FD Reese.
That's right.
And then that is your time to tell them what you learned on the tour and also get them to book a tour themselves. So that's a great thing. That is all for the what is it, the church announcements for now. Y'all already know what time it is. First Nurse Kimberly Reese will be here to drop some jewels for us in our health segment. So y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds. What's going on, Ken?
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing good. I know you got some jewels for us today, so go ahead and do your thing.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thankful Thursday. I'm First Nurse Kimberly Reese, and I'm here to give you a weekly information and vitamin tip. So today, we're talking about the link between healthy teeth, bad teeth rather, and the link to your health. So I thought that was very important. Me and my sister Monique, we was actually having this discussion early today, the importance of keeping your teeth well. Shout out to Monique. So that motivated me to talk about this.
Nice.
The first screen, it shows actually your teeth. That's what we're talking about, the link to health and your teeth. Did you guys know that there's a direct correlation to your body? And that's what the second screen represents. I've actually researched a group. It's from Brookhaven Dental Group, and they explain the poor teeth and the impact that it has on your health. Tooth decay does more damage than simply breaking down your teeth. It can lead to infection that can spread to other parts of your body. It increases your risk of heart disease, and it can weaken your immune system. And again, the group that I talked about, the Brookhaven Dental Group, explains how poor oral health affects the rest of your body. Oral health is extremely important for many reasons. If patients suffer from gum disease, cavities, or bad breath, this can cause issues with your teeth and mouth. Our mouths are a pathway for bacteria to enter into the body. The bacteria are capable to enter into the bloodstream, and this can cause many infection and inflammation in other parts of the body. So I thought that was very important and interesting to share to you guys. So, for example, Brookhaven's group, they explained that it can cause respiratory infection, dementia, and cardiovascular disease. As far as respiratory infection, if you have infected or inflamed gums, the bacteria can transfer into the lungs. This can lead to respiratory infection, pneumonia, and even bronchitis. As far as dementia, inflamed gums can release substances that are harmful to the brain cells. This can lead to memory loss that is results of bacteria spreading into the nerves. Also, with cardiovascular disease, if you have poor oral health, you're at risk for cardiovascular disease. The bacteria from the infected gums enters into the bloodstream and can cause the arteries to build up plaque. This can make you at risk for even a heart attack. So that was very important. I wanted to share with you guys. And it also causes many other sufferings, such as diabetes and infertility. I thought that was a big point to point out. For diabetics are more likely to have infected gums over those who don't have diabetes. This can make diabetics more difficult to control and unregulated blood sugar levels. Gum disease can also cause higher blood sugar levels, and this can put a person more at risk for developing diabetes. So this is a very eye-opener. It's important to go to the dentist, you guys. And also, I'm going to talk about other things that it can cause: rheumatoid arthritis, kidney disease, even cancer. That's something to think about. And if you go to the next screen, MJ. So what's the connection between hypertension, which also means high blood pressure, and periodontal disease? Unfortunately, there are numerous studies that show the connection between hypertension and periodontal disease. Those studies are necessary to explain the connections further. Like published in Cardiovascular Research in 2020, current studies show a linear connection between periodontal disease and hypertension. People with moderate gum disease were 22% more likely to have high blood pressure, while those with severe gum disease were 49% more likely. So I thought that was a big, important correlation to tell you guys how directly your teeth affects your cardiovascular system. So can bad teeth cause stomach problems? According to this research, it actually can, from KEW Dentistry. Bad teeth are linked to certain stomach issues, inflamed bowel disease, IBD, and digestive irregularities. Are the main two stomach issues that arise as a result of rotting teeth. In cases of severe untreated tooth decay and infection, sepsis may result, which can present in GI symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea. So that was very. So what are the symptoms of bad teeth? You have these symptoms include changes of the gum, such as pain, bleeding, pulse, bone loss, discolored patches on the teeth, cavities, tooth pain, bad breath, unpleasant taste in the mouth, tooth decay, abscesses, and headaches. Now, so we're going to talk about the tips for good oral health, such as brushing your teeth and flossing daily. Avoid smoking or using any tobacco products. Use mouthwash that contain fluoride. Try to stay away from food and drinks that contain sugar. Again, sugar loves bacteria and it creates a lot of plaque, and it'll just stay on your gum and your teeth. Eat well-balanced diet, exercise, and take good care of your overall health. If you take good care of your overall health, you take good care of your oral health, you'll take good care of your body. Good oral hygiene can help prevent problems such as gingivitis, periodontal disease, as well as prevent more serious health issues in your body. And going forward, I do want to show you guys a video. I thought that was interesting. It's a doctor. She showed the link between bad teeth and even strokes. So
the correlation between mouth infection and strokes. I just saw a sweet gentleman who had a stroke in August. It was about 5 months ago. And he wanted to find out if there was any connection with his mouth. Well, when we did a CT scan, what we actually found is he has 3 badly infected teeth. 2 had previous root canals on them. They were so badly infected, there's literally almost no bone holding the teeth in anymore. And 1 is a tooth that's died. He had no idea, no symptoms whatsoever. There was a research study in May of 2019 from the American Heart Association that showed that 79% of stroke victims, the clot that actually was the cause of the stroke, had mouth-specific bacteria in it. This gentleman cannot keep these infected teeth in his mouth. if he doesn't want another stroke. This is something you must know. You can't have infected teeth and stay healthy.
And that's it for you guys. You guys have a blessed Thursday.
We appreciate that, Kim. First Nurse Kim Reed once again dropping the jewels for us about this week about our oral hygiene. So I'm in the process of taking that real serious and getting everything together. So we appreciate that, Kim. Look, do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Me and my brother, we're gonna talk about current news, and I think y'all will be already know what kind of we're gonna talk about. But we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed that we were going to march.
Nice.
We'll stand strong. Where we belong. It's not about yourself.
First of all, serving notice on our nation. It's Dr. Frederick Douglass Reed's
We march. We march. We march. Back to march.
He said, what shall we do? I said, we are going back. He said, yeah.
Welcome back to the Lineage Podcast. We're glad you're joining us once again. We will start bringing guests back. We had a little season where we was doing a lot, so it was kind of hard to keep up with our guests and keep them, consistent. But we will start bringing our guests back probably next month. Next month sometime we'll bring them back. So you will start back seeing guests. I know, bro, we got a couple things we can talk about today that we are going to talk about today.
Okay.
I know we can start with let's start with this story. I'll show that picture first. If you don't know who this teen is on the right, this is Ralph Yarl. This guy on the left is Mr. Andrew Lester. The guy's 84 years old on the left. This young man knocked on the wrong door. If I'm not mistaken, he was looking for his brother, Alan.
His siblings, yeah.
His siblings, knocked on the wrong door, and he was shot twice. No, not only was he shot twice, he was shot once. Then he was shot in his head. But he survived. Mm-hmm. Now that's the caveat to this is what my brother sent me before the show started. This here, the grandson of the man, the grandson of the guy on the left, Andrew Lester, who turned himself in, says his grandfather has racist tendencies. I guess we can dive into that. First of all, what are your thoughts about?
My thoughts is that he should spend the rest of his life in jail. The rest of his life.
Rest of his short life that he have left.
Yeah. And I wish he'll live longer so he can spend some time in there.
Yeah.
MJ, let's be honest, man. He did not want a black man knocking at his door unexpectedly.
Thanks.
This is racially driven.
Thanks.
See, if Joe Biden would have passed a black hate crime bill,
that's facts.
we could
Hey.
consider this as a black hate crime, right? But we can't do that. It's once again. So because this was racially motivated. What else can you say, MJ?
There's nothing else you can say.
What else can we say? What
Because
else can we say?
he came to the door, if I'm not mistaken, he came to the door with the gun.
What else can you say? What else? What is another reason why you think he could have shot that young man? The young man he wasn't intruding his home. He run the doorbell. He wasn't trying to break in. He wasn't trespassing. He run the doorbell. I guarantee he air conditioned people, the mailman,
Ring the doorbell.
Ring the doorbell all the time. Give me a logical reason.
Right.
Outside of because this young man was black. The reason why this man used deadly force.
There's no other reason.
There's no other reason. And we don't have a black hate crime bill to charge him with a black hate crime.
Right.
Is Mr. Joe Biden, has he waking up yet? Is he
gonna be asleep? Gonna be asleep till he get out of there.
All the black people who will continue to support him, ask yourself how many times this had to happen. You know, George Floyd, they can say, well, he had drugs in his body. They can say just different people.
Trayvon Martin, they say
Trayvon Martin, he had marijuana.
Right.
They all these excuses that we use to justify white people killing black people.
Right.
Every excuse in the book. Well, it had a warrant, or we thought it was a warrant, and all this.
Right.
What is the reason they're going to come with this young man?
Right. What they gonna make up?
What they're going to make up to justify the white man for shooting him?
Because how old is the young man? 15? Was he 15?
Something like that.
What they gonna go back to elementary school?
They're gonna go back to elementary. Yeah. Oh, he had got suspended for
school
fighting in the 3rd grade. Or the teacher kicked him out the class in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
And he had to go to ISS in middle school.
Right.
What they gonna find on him?
Right.
How many times is going to happen before we hold these politicians accountable for people's actions?
Right.
And I got another thing. Where's the streets?
Again.
Where's the streets? We don't mind killing each other.
Right. Where they at?
Where y'all at? When these racist white folks with this type of mindset does this, where y'all at? Where are you at that you rap about and you talk about? Where's that type of mindset when your people need you?
That's right.
At least show up
at
a house. It took the police how long to arrest the man? A few days. The street should have been at that man's house that night. That day.
And see, I'm see, I don't want to say I'm not for violence, but I think it's the time and the place for selective violence when it comes to certain things. It's all about being strategic. That's what I think, if the street starts showing up less than 24 hours after these things happen to the house, then what's going to happen is people with his mindset, Mr. Andrew Lester mindset,
man,
they will start having second thoughts.
That's right. About doing these things.
Right.
And if you think that doesn't work, well, I hate to bust people bubbles, but America was built off rioting and trying to put a mindset in the type of people. Look what they did to slaves.
That's right.
Why do you think they were hanging black people? To create a mindset of fear.
Right.
Why do you think the black face was created? To get white folks to believe that black people's finna be predators. You do things to people so those type of people can have a certain type of mindset.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Correct.
So we got with our mindset with these streets. If y'all gonna kill each other, at least at least take care of your own first.
Right.
And when stuff like this happen, show up.
In numbers.
I guarantee more people start getting arrested and convicted when some folks, MJ, I'm sorry to say it, I know YouTube gonna block me out on this.
It might ding you.
They're gonna ding me for this one, but I'm gonna let them ding me for this. Some folks just got to die.
Yeah.
For some stuff to get to for people to see.
Correct.
Remember this. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. When Martin Luther King died, got assassinated, Dr. Martin Luther King was the most hated man in America.
Correct.
He was the most hated man in America.
Hated
when
man.
he got assassinated.
Yep.
But for some, he has not said another word. And somehow the people love him.
Right.
So some things have to happen to change people's mindset.
Right.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So a couple of racist folks gonna have to die for the majority to start changing their mind. And yeah, I said it. That's the truth. I'm tired of y'all trying to tell black folks to come in love, come in this. We've been coming in love, religion, and all this all our life. That only thing that has gotten us as a people is overlooked and done wrong and spit on. And people won't, and politicians won't change laws for us. They won't teach. We can't get taught financial literacy. We always behind the ball.
Right.
We was enslaved for 300 years, and they know it's 300 year well between white and black. They still won't do anything. So stop telling black folks that we got to change the way we approach situations. No, everybody else need to change the way they approach things.
That's facts.
Stop telling us to walk in love. We tired of walking in love. We've been walking in love all this time. Stop preaching that. Stop preaching that.
LaDonna says selective and strategic correction. I agree. Can't tolerate foolery. 100%.
Come on, bro.
100%. 100%. You're right. Martin Luther King was the most hated man in America.
Most hated man in America. And guess what? His words are the same.
Same words.
He died April the 4th, 1968. He preached his last sermon in Memphis, Tennessee, and he was marching and helping the union for the sanitation department.
Right.
And he preaches, and go back and listen to that sermon, man. That's a great sermon. He preaches on eulogy.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Beautiful.
That's right.
I listen to it a lot.
That's right.
Well, those was his words. And he got killed a day later.
My bad.
So his words hasn't changed. What changed? He got killed. And when he got killed, people started really taking what he said to heart and really started listening.
They start listening. Right.
Right?
Right.
So if black folks use that same mentality, and with the streets, y'all want to get on these rap songs and talk about y'all got y'all AKs and this and that. If y'all start doing y'all part, maybe we'll have some racist white folks start changing their mindset about black people because they know it's something coming. Instead of telling black folks we're gonna go see about Gail and all the Oprah and them and all them, let's go see about these real racist white folks.
Right.
The streets.
Right. Exactly.
And George Zimmerman still fat behind, still walking around. But we get all riled up about what is snitching and not.
Yeah.
We ready to kill somebody because they said they snitching. You get what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
Now see, George Zimmerman got the gun and put and auctioned it off and did a Skittles signature
signing tour,
and nobody showed up. The streets didn't show up at none of his venues, bro. Come on, man.
Crazy.
Where the streets at?
Crazy. 100%, man. 100% right. Let's do it. We got about 20 minutes left. Let's talk about I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share this little news clip about the next topic, and we'll get into it.
Over a cell phone.
And you finna
It started as an argument over a confiscated cell phone, and it quickly escalated. The scuffle ended with substitute teacher Xavier Steele and the unnamed student on the ground. Steele's hands appear to be pressing down near the student's head, and the student screams. It's not clear why Steele took the student's phone.
The cell phones is got no place in class, and then you're gonna go up there and jump on a teacher or fight a teacher. That is wrong.
We'll stop it there. I asked you what's your thoughts about it.
I 100% bad the teacher.
Okay.
I've never seen nothing like that in my history of being in school, man. And that is some insight of what these teachers have to deal with daily. It is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame because I saw some of the comments and some of us talking about the teacher was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It starts at the home, bro. It's no way I would have thought about fighting either one of my teachers.
Mm-hmm.
If my teacher would have took my phone, I would have been trying to talk to him like, hey, can I get my phone back? Because I sure don't want you to tell my mama or my daddy I put out my phone, I'm gonna be in trouble, I'm gonna get a whooping. So what can we do? Can I sweep the floor? Can I do something to get my phone back? The audacity of these kids to be able to jump on a teacher, MJ.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, me and Kim and White, we always talk about. I saw this. I always look at this video meme on Instagram, and this dude got a chart, and he say if you keep he curses if you keep effing around,
you're gonna F around and find out.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Well, that student found out.
Yeah.
What was coming for him? You think you grown? Well, you finna get these hands. Right. And I really feel like if the government puts paddling back in the school, some type of discipline back in the school, and if you don't want the teacher to discipline your child, the parent should come up there in front of the principal or the teacher and paddle the child before that child can go back in school. Because teachers, educators should not have to deal with this type of behavior in the class.
Yeah, I'll say this. Would I have handled it exactly like the teacher? No. But I can see now with this generation, with the lack of respect for teachers now, teachers they have a short fuse and they're getting fed up now because on one hand, see, one thing the teachers, and we'll go back from our generation and before, one thing the teachers had in their pocket was the parents. Even if the rules of the school system and the rules of the government and all of that wouldn't align with their views morally, in most cases, the parents and the teacher agreed on the type of discipline was carried out in our generation and before. Okay, so now you bring it to nowadays, it's totally different. Now the teachers, the parents are worse than the government rules. So now, even if the rules state this is how it should be, the parents will even take it too far. So, and I think the teachers now are getting fed up. They're short fused. They can't control their classroom. I think a lot of that. So, would I have handled it like the teacher? No. But if I have to say who is wrong, I'm gonna say the student, because there's two things wrong with that. One, and for those parents that's saying, oh, the teacher was wrong, every parent has taught their child, if you hit somebody, expect to get hit back. That's what I teach my daughters. There's no reason a man should hit a woman, but women, if you swing, expect to get hit back. So what I'm gonna say is, students was wrong for that, because not only did you cuss at the teacher and say, "Give me my S back," with us, it wouldn't even went. It wouldn't even went
dead, bro.
Then you swing at the teacher, and the teacher just got fed up.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have probably done that, you know.
Because I think once the teacher had her, it was a little overkill. But at the same time, I'm gonna stand on this. Student was wrong.
Yeah,
you don't swing at an adult. You don't swing and that's to get hit back. Then what the student do? Now when the teacher got the best of you, now you want to cry help, and then now you on social media talking about it's a shame nobody helped me.
No, they shouldn't have helped you. You was in the wrong.
Let's see what LaDonna said. The girl should not have swung, period. She said that behavior was shameful. I had to correct Deshaun. Deshaun is her son last year for not giving his phone up. It's respect and humble yourself and let me deal with it. Conflict will happen, too much attitude and no resolution. Anastasia said, no resolution skills. Anastasia said, as an educator, some of your children are far too comfortable putting their hands on teachers. Then we make a call to the parents, and the parents come trying to fight the teachers, administrators, and etc. That happens a lot.
Because you know, I'd be ready to fight. We'd be out there. I'd be fired. I couldn't be in the education system. Not the public education system. They'd gone too far.
Yeah.
Because I'd be fighting the parents. We'd be fighting, bro. Come from the crime area. No give you buck. Let's go. I'm fired, Jay. I'm honest with you. I'm fired. I had a solution with this phone situation. You know, the school system has allowed students to bring these phones to school.
Correct.
And I agree with bringing the phone. It's the type of phone that I disagree with. I feel like that, you know, you get your syllabus every year and what you need in your class. I feel like that every year, parents should go get a flip phone from Walmart. Because the only thing that the phone is for is to know that your child is okay for communication, because a lot of kids walk from school. And it's just a different world today, bro. I understand that. They need to ban the smartphones from the school system. In every syllabus, it should be on there. Get a $19.99 phone from Walmart. That's a flip phone. And that's how you contact your parents. And I guarantee, MJ, you will have more control of the classroom because no one would be on their phones. No one
would be able to record it. And
you can't do nothing but call.
Right.
MJ, they not savvy texters like that with, you know, we had the number texts. You remember when the Metro first came out? They ain't ready for that. Right. They still use these smartphones.
Right.
Look, bring that back in the school system. The school system need to take control. We are banning all smartphones, but we're gonna you go to Walmart while you picking up the binders and the pencils and the tissue and stuff. Pick up one of them phones, put some minutes on it, and that's the phone your child can bring to school.
Yeah. And if you can't get that, don't bring none.
Don't bring none.
And you know what else was alarming in the I read some of the comments. You know, this is the viral of the week, last week or whatever. Some of the students some of the parents were saying that the girl was right, because why she take her phone if she gonna apply the same rules to everybody?
She was on her phone.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I came to the conclusion, it be these damn parents, man. I don't care if she took her phone, your phone, because you know, teachers, sometimes they got to make an example out of one.
Yeah.
She could have been an example that day.
She could tell everybody put your phones up, and like I said, the girl didn't believe what she texted.
She was the first one caught. You know how it is. Yeah.
As a parent, that's your comeback.
That's your comeback.
That's your comeback to say the teacher wrong because she should have took everybody's phone.
Everybody should be held to the same standard or something.
Come on, man. We all been in class chewing gum and had candy.
Right.
Because I got caught. I'm not finna tell on my classmate Clint Trez or Cortez, Chris. I'm not finna do that. I got caught.
Right. And look, Anastasia brought up a good point. Anastasia said that's what we get hit with. We are told we are bullying their child.
Wow. Boy.
See what I'm saying?
Some of these kids need bullying. They ain't getting bullied at home, bro. MJ, I don't care nobody say. When the government started telling us that whooping kids and disciplining kids bring on weak-minded kids and schizophrenia and mental illness, we as a people went to the bottom, bro. Because we ain't had them problems. We we had schizophrenia. It was called respecting our teacher.
Facts.
Miss Treadwell, my 5th grade teacher, Miss Treadwell, kept a ruler.
That's right.
You in that long ruler?
Yes,
that
sir.
long one. Miss Treadwell kept it, and she kept all of us in line.
That's
Do you
right.
think we would have told our parents that Miss Treadwell was knocking us on our back in our chair with that ruler? Nope.
Because
what you
guess
do?
what our parents would have asked? What you do for her to
Get you with the ruler.
get the rule out?
Preserve it. Come on, man.
Chris Ben, what's up, Chris? Hey, we went to school with Chris. They're both wrong in this situation. More blame goes to the teacher and parents of the child. This behavior is a direct result of lack of respect for one another in the community. Respecting elders is taught in the home first.
I agree.
Yeah.
Only thing I disagree with Chris is the teacher. I ain't finna let no child hit me. I guess we grew up in a different situation. I think now what I would say, I think the teacher, she was a little bit more alley when she was saying get back. You know, she was bucking too.
Right.
Now me as an adult, I wouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have antagonized the situation.
Yeah, because she didn't diffuse it. She didn't try to diffuse it. Because sometimes you can't diffuse
You
it.
can't diffuse it. These kids something serious. So I agree with Chris on that when you talk about the teacher does have a little accountability on that, because I think she could have kind of handled before the hit a little better.
Right.
But then again,
but once she swung,
she put them hands on you.
Hey
man, like I said, at the end of the day, it's a lack of parenting.
And then think about this, bro. No, I mean cut you off. Think about this. It's more videos like this happen more frequently. Where the students see what I'm saying, because the students know, because it's kind of like this. Let's keep it a buck. If I walk up and I had a problem with a guy, let's just say in the bar, in the club, and I'm by myself, but he got 2 of his homies with him, then my posture and my mindset gonna be a little different. Even if I'm gonna take it there, I got a strategic look. I'm gonna hit this one with a ball that I'm gonna swing. And if I get beat up, that is what it is, right? But let's say I got a problem with a guy, and then you and 2 of our homeboys with me, and he by himself. See, my confidence is gonna be a little bit different. I might keep the same posture, I might look the same way, but my confidence is gonna be raised, because I know without a shadow of a doubt, if it go down, I got you and 2 more homies. Now, so what's happened is these students, they know whatever happened, the parents, my parents is with me. So it's parents and students against teachers.
Yep.
So now when the students are approaching these type of situations, they already got their chest poked out, because they don't like Chris said, they don't respect their elders, and then they don't respect the title of teacher. See, we had double respect. Not only are we respecting the elders, but respecting our teacher, because we know at any given moment our teacher can change our life. She can make one phone call and I can be grounded for the summer.
The teachers just call the house on them Sunday evenings.
Boy, Lord.
Man, you know, hey, it's no fear. Like that phone ringing about 6 o'clock Sunday evening at the house.
Yeah, and you know, and you hear mama, this is Mrs. Reeves.
Like, oh,
you
man.
hear,
Ain't no feeling like that. Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this, MJ, this goes back to parents. And let me tell you one thing. It goes back to parents got to stop talking about grown folk and teachers around them, talking about what teachers they don't like, who they don't like, and letting these kids be a part of grown folk conversation. First of all, should no child have an opinion on no adult?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's one of the first things that needs to happen. See, we came up in a time that when grown folks was talking, grown folks talk, we got what you call up out the room.
Out the room.
Children did not have an opinion on adults. And don't get me wrong, everybody got family members, aunties and uncles who were smoking weed doing this then. But you don't have an opinion on them.
You got no opinion.
I wish you would speak something bad about your auntie, uncle, and what you think you heard.
I don't care what they doing.
You're gonna get knocked what you call up in the mouth.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
See, you're 100% right. And even because think about it, when we answer, let's say mama, we all in the house, mama, dad, or us, right? We all could be sitting in the living room watching TV together.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say the doorbell ring and it's, mama had Miss Gail.
That's
When
right.
we open the door, how you doing, Miss Gail? How
Yeah.
you doing? You talk to her, right? We close the door. When Miss Gail sitting in that living room,
We out the room.
Mom, daddy don't even have to ask us to leave the room.
That's right.
We already know. And if we sit back down in the living room, what they gonna do?
They looking at us like, what are you doing here?
Right.
And they're gonna give you one look.
Right.
But next one, you better get ready to duck.
Right. You can get embarrassed.
Something coming. And see, things like that, bro. It shows that superiority to your parent is not your equal. This adult is not your equal.
Right.
Our daddy taught us something about, he said, look, respect people's age.
Correct.
Even though you might be grown, but respect their age. These kids don't care.
That's right.
They don't care, bro.
That's true. Because the way that student, she shouldn't even talk to that teacher like that.
Yeah, I guarantee she talked to her mama like that.
Yeah.
And then this is what happens, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she talked to her mama like that, but guess what? Mama fighting her. That's what's going on at the house. Mama, it's not no responsible discipline at the house. I'm tired of you discipline.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these parents these days don't even know how to responsibly discipline their child.
Yeah.
They discipline their kids out of emotion and not out of correcting them, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. She thought she was talking to her mama. See, she do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't nothing new.
Right.
That's why she feel like she could do that with the teacher, because that's how she do her parents. But then she probably, her and her mama, I ain't gonna say that, I don't know. But I guarantee her and her mother is fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she get disciplined. And she walk around with that attitude like can't nobody tell her nothing.
Facts.
I wish my daughter would. Wish she would. I wish my son would, bro.
Right.
I wish they would brush up at a teacher. I'm coming up there. It ain't got no beef with the teacher. I don't care what went down, MJ.
Right.
Mom,
I don't care if the teacher took the phone. If she and the thing is, we knew even if the teacher was wrong, that's not the time to handle it. We don't handle them amongst ourselves. We let the adults handle it. We can come home, tell mama and daddy, let them analyze the situation.
That's
and
right.
go from there. Anastasia said, "Oh yeah, these children know nothing is going to happen to them." Chris said, "Absolutely, 100." LaDonna said, "Agree." And then Anastasia said, "They brag and say my mom or dad ain't gonna do anything, so they ultimately don't even respect their own parents."
And look, Anastasia's an educator and counselor.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Right.
I could not teach. I take my hat off to any educator today.
Man,
if I was a teacher, I would only teach at private schools where it's gonna be some discipline up in this camp.
Yeah.
We didn't let these politicians create these laws for our school systems that their kids don't even go to.
Yeah.
And that's about something. Their kids go to private school.
Private.
But they make all these public schools decisions that's running our educators away from the classroom, bro. You talking about some churches aging, the education system aging too, bro. People are not going to school to be teachers anymore.
100%.
And that's a shame. That's a shame, man.
100%.
I wish my kids would. I'm coming up there with a belt, old school. If you don't like it, I'm finna whoop them, and I'm finna whoop them in front of you. And I know the letter of the law. The state of Georgia says that I can whoop my child as long as at the bottom and top of the behind, and they finna get that work right in front of you, on the behind. If my child,
that's what the law is.
That's the letter of law, and you'll never do nothing. You got to know the letter of the law. The letter of law in Georgia, you can whoop your child as long as them whelps is on the bottom, basically the hamstring up and the bottom of the lumbar down. You can whoop they behind. So I just tell them what's out. Shoot.
Wow. Point blank. We can go about this. Hey, let me, while LaDonna's in here, let's say that, look, it's a Juneteenth celebration. Y'all know what time it is.
Right.
This is coming up. We gonna get LaDonna on the show and go over everything. And we got to get on there So y'all can see her face. She's doing a great job. This is the 5th annual Juneteenth Freedom Festival is going down. So it's in June. We're gonna keep y'all all updated because we are part of that. And of course we're gonna support it. We're gonna be there. So y'all got to come out. The 5th one gonna be even bigger than it's been getting bigger every year. Since she started it, every year it gets bigger. So we already know what to expect this year. But you're 100% right, man. And LaDonna is she's a tutor and she works at the library. So she deals with kids too. So it's a sad case, and I don't know if it can get worse.
Yeah, you know, LaDonna said she corrected her son. You know, LaDonna don't play.
Right.
I want to correct if she gave him. I bet you it was something he'd never forget.
But you know that comes from that come from her mama, T-Tar and Tron. You know that come from that tree, so we already know what time it is. So yeah, I take, like you said, I take my hats off to anyone that's working with children and kids and young adults. And I think it's becoming to the point where the young adults are worse. It's like once they get in high school, it's like they get all this buck. You know what I'm saying? And let me read what Chris said. The student displayed this type of behavior over a cell phone towards a teacher because she knows it will be justified at home and in her community. 100% right, Chris.
100% right.
100% right. Yeah, 100%. LaDonna said, she said, "Hey, I got the body slam, man." And so yeah, it's coming soon about the Juneteenth. Yeah, you know, and what I noticed, and let's keep it a buck, the children that is raised more by those old school structures and values, those are the kids who nowadays succeed well and are more respectable.
That's right, man.
So a lot of the times, Trish, I can't post that. A lot of the times, a lot of the new age wants to go against from a lot of the disciplinaries before us and the disciplinary tactics before us. But I promise you, I can speak for myself. Them whoopings made me a better man.
What a whooping!
That structure made me a better man. It caused me to be more level-headed when it comes to a lot of different areas of my life, my marriage and everything. So you need structure. And so you bring back that old school, man.
Bring back the curfew, man. These kids, hey, I remember, man, mama didn't play about that curfew, but I remember I came in one day, 11:59. But curfew was midnight. Nah, it was 11 o'clock. I came in at 10:59. She was ready, you know, mama be quick. Give me your keys. Give me your keys. She said the keys. Give me your keys. I want the house. I said 10:59. But look, that's good, MJ. You know, that structure, man. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Nah, man. Gotta have it. Because you need it. It helps you be even with more business acclimated. It helps a lot of areas. And the kids nowadays that don't have structure, man, you can see they falling by the wayside. They become adults. They're more mental. They need more mental help.
Man,
they're more depressed. They're more suicidal
because they don't have they don't have a bottom, no structure. I see why you be depressed.
Right.
You ain't brought up with no structure. You don't know what to do.
Right.
You discipline your child and you give them structure. It's for when they get older because listen, you ain't gonna live. The goal is for you to outlive your kids, and the goal is to lead this world with knowing the best thing I think you can give your parents is when they're in their latter years is to leave this world with them knowing that you got it.
Right.
It's not about how many trips you took mom and daddy on and what you did for them and how much money you gave them. Mom and daddy want to leave this world knowing that I left my kids and I know they're good.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I think a lot of I think parents' worst fear is to leave this world worrying about their child. Well, I'm telling you, if you raise them up with structure at a young age, look, 8 times out of 10. They even if they fall by the wayside, they're gonna remember, man, I remember this structure. I'm gonna put this back in my life.
Yeah, well, you know what the problem is. A lot of the times, parents nowadays try to be their kids' friend.
can't be friends.
We understood from bottom to top that I'm not your friend. We are not equal. Your opinion doesn't hold the same weight.
So
If I ask you how you feel, you can tell me in a respectable manner.
that's right.
And all of that. So we understood. And I know a lot of parents say, well, kids don't have no voice. And a lot of times they try to change when they have kids. Well, I'll be honest, with most things, kids don't need to have a voice.
No, their mind ain't mature enough
Right.
to have a voice.
Right. They don't understand the totality of the situation.
That's
They
right.
think they do,
They think they do.
but they don't.
I mean, my cousin Misha told me one thing. Felt a certain way about something. I forgot exactly what it was, but he said I was like 15 years old. He said, Alan, keep living.
Mm-hmm.
When you keep living, then you understand what your parents talking about.
Right.
You ain't gonna get it because you ain't lived life long enough to understand. But keep living, bro.
Keep living.
Keep living.
You
Hey,
understand?
that's some wisdom right there, boy.
Right. Donna said, yes, I do. Team programming, library system, respect have to be established up front. We have kids from all walks of life, 100%. And true. Yeah, sometimes, and sometimes, you have to, with certain kids, you have to be more patient with, because you understand the environment that they're living in, and you understand in their house sometimes they don't have the structure, they don't have the discipline.
That's right.
When you become an adult, even when you're dealing with kids outside of your own house, you have to understand that these kids that you're talking to may not have the same values in their mind as you're teaching your kids.
That's right.
But at the same time, one thing we got to understand is all kids supposed to have respect for adults.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care I don't care if you live at home with a single mother. I don't care if you had a single father. I don't care if your dad is in jail. I don't care if you living in a poverty situation in the projects. If you're living, if you're a millionaire, if you're living in Beverly Hills, across the board, kids are supposed to be taught to have respect for adults, and you should carry yourself accordingly. And that's the number one problem, in my opinion, that kids don't have. They should start there, because if that girl had not only her teacher, because I know it was a substitute teacher, so that wasn't her everyday regular teacher. But if she had respect for adults, she wouldn't try to snatch the phone and ask the teacher to give me my SHIT. And lastly, she really wouldn't have swung at that teacher.
She wouldn't have swung at her.
Coming up in my day, I couldn't even thought that.
I'm out to get ready to go meet my maker.
I'm about to die. Go ahead, pick my casket color out now.
Our parents were different, man.
Yeah,
they were wired different. They didn't tolerate stuff like that. They didn't tolerate that right there, boy. Lord have mercy. My butt is getting warm now thinking about the whooping my dad would have gave me off some mess like that. He would have came up to the school. I remember daddy came up to Chapel Hill. I was daddy came to Chapel Hill with his long johns on with some shorts with the belt.
Walked in that thing.
Well, MJ walked in there. You think
clean in there?
You think a teacher said something to daddy? Because they are part of that generation. Walked up in there.
Hey, Tristan. Well, first, before I go to Tristan, Miss Valerie Keenan is in the building. An honor, respect, legendary, great singer.
Our condolences to your mother.
Yeah, condolences to your mother, of course. Yeah, but she said you already know, because when we lived in Arkansas, she already know what time it is. I think all of us, from her daughters to raised with those same values.
Yeah,
you already know.
You remember if Fifi used to keep that switch in the choir stand?
You already know. Already know.
MJ, it was just a different time, bro.
You already know. Different time, dog. Different time. And look, Tristan said this, and he right. Ms. Violet, bless you. I'll bless you too. We gotta forgive our parents too. They did their best.
That's right.
100%.
100% right. They ain't had all the answers.
They did.
They did.
Point blank.
The thing about that, I think our parents understood. They understood structure and putting those values in us, even though they didn't have all the answers, but they understood this would create somewhat of a good person,
right?
And a person that can sustain life,
Right.
You get what I'm saying, MJ?
Well, I think if you build a structure and you evolve as you raise,
That's right.
you know, it's not raising, it's more cultivating kids.
That's
'Cause
right.
You can raise cattle.
Mhm.
But cultivating children and watching them grow.
Mhm.
If they don't have structure, you can't build a house from the roof down.
That's right.
You got to build it from the bottom up. And I think what parents like our parents and Miss Valerie and Auntie Fifi and all of them, and we can go down the list.
Mhm.
Between them is Cleo and all of them, right? Even in Selma, they understood that structure is the most important thing, because as they get older, we're not gonna have all the answers, because you just like kids grow in different facets and they grow in different levels. You have to parent in different levels. I can't parent. I got 2 daughters about to be 16 in December. I can't parent them the same way I parent my youngest, Malia, who just turned 8.
That's right.
They're in different times.
Mm-hmm.
So with my 16 years olds, I try to talk to them, help them understand things, trying to guide them and help them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Malia is still in that. It's disciplinary. It's you do what I say, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is.
That's right.
You know, because they're in two different
right.
phases of their life. So I think if every parent agree structure,
Mm-hmm.
then we evolve and we go and we kind of go different for kids as they grow up. Then I think we'll be in a better situation. But you see, our community and our generation has, and our parents have lost that. Not our parents, but the parents of today. They have lost the structure.
And I think parents today tend to try to give their kids what they didn't have.
Right.
That's a mistake.
Right.
Because what you didn't have made you into a person that you are.
Mm-hmm.
You can't try to give your child. Now, I know you want to do certain things that you wish
right
you'd done as a child, that you try to want your kids to experience.
Right.
But to try to give your kids a lot of the stuff that you didn't have,
mm-hmm.
you know, creating spoiled kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got to change that, man.
Right. You got to cultivate them and incentivize certain things that you need to, mm-hmm. and at the same time teach lessons. Right. You make them earn things, and I think one of the things that's going by the wayside is we had to earn stuff. I remember we was cutting grass.
We had chores.
We had chores when we wanted the Jordans. You know, Daddy would buy them until our feet got a particular size, then we got to go get them ourselves.
Yeah, man, we washed the cars, cut the grass.
Right.
Yeah, yards in the neighborhood. I had about 6-7 yards I cut every other week.
Right.
One thing about Daddy, he gave us the tools too. I had
right.
The motor, the weed eater, the edges, everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
right.
We got to do that. We have to not stray away from things like that. Make them earn it.
Earn it.
And
they appreciate it.
Right.
You know.
I was telling my son, he played baseball. We was at his game Tuesday, and I had to put him to the side because Jalen, man, what he does when he makes a mistake, it gets to his head.
Oh, he gotta have short memory.
Bro, he struck out the first. Now, mind you, Monday, he had 2 doubles and scored a run, right?
Okay.
Tuesday, he struck out the first time. He got on the bat, and it just all in his head.
Now he just,
And I told him, and he don't know how to harness his emotions. You can tell he get teary-eyed and stuff. I said, listen, son, you're going to have to, as you get older, you're 12 now. Teams are going to start using that against you. You have to learn how to harness your emotions, mm-hmm. and direct it in the right way. Take it out on that ball. You know, get better, practice, and this, that. Don't. You got to have, like you said, short memory.
That's right.
And so he's at the age where I can use baseball to help guide him. It ain't just get up there and don't get emotional, boy. Just, now you gotta kind of guide him and help him direct those emotions, because
that's right.
He don't know. He just know I messed up.
That's right.
And, my team and it ain't like that.
Tom the GOAT. Yes, I said the GOAT Brady. They said, well, they asked him the question, how are you so good? What makes you great? He said short memory.
Yeah.
Why you worried about, and that's life, MJ. That's life. A lot of people can't get out of the rut, out of their situation, because they don't have short memory. Mm-hmm. Well, when the moon is up and the sun come up, it's another day.
Yeah.
Forget what happened yesterday. I got to go get it today.
Right. You adjust.
You know what I'm saying? You adjust. You keep moving.
Mhm.
And that's a lot of our problem.
Right.
We weak people because we so in our emotion. You know, mama and baby just so much. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It hurts. Get up. Wipe my leave them alone. Just wipe your leg off and go out there and run again.
Right.
You fall, get up.
Right.
It's okay. It hurts. Okay, rub it off. Rub it. Okay, it really hurt, you know, and keep going.
And I told my wife, I said, a lot of the times we have to especially teach that with our boys.
Yeah, man.
That it's gonna be tough out there for you. So you gotta have short memory. You can't look at things as a fair. It's a lesson. You gotta take that lesson, adjust, and move on. What did I do wrong? Let me fix that and then try to evolve. And if you keep that mindset, then you'll get to the point where you need to be.
Bro, well, man, I think we have to define this, bro. And I'm thinking in my mind the other day. We tend to associate losing with failure.
Right.
And that's not so.
It's not.
Failure, if you fail, you can learn. You only lost when you give up.
You give up.
Okay? We got to stop saying, okay, we lost the game, we failed. That's not so.
No.
That's not so.
Not so.
I failed at reaching my goal. What did I learn from it?
Exactly.
Because it's the failures that teaches more than succeeding.
That's right.
We have to understand that. And that'll go across a lot of people's head.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn more by failing. For instance, if I take a test and I get the passing grade is an 80 and I get an 86 on the 9 times out of 10, I feel like I'm on to the next.
Right.
But say a person that make an 80, okay, say they got a 76, but then went back and studied more, but then turned around and got a 98.
Right.
Well, who learned more, MJ?
Person who failed.
The person who failed. It's just when you fail, you learn, and then you succeed more than you would have if you would have barely passed.
Yeah.
But we look at because I failed, I didn't reach my goal, that I lost and it's over with. No, you learn.
Well, yeah, because we take the preparation for granted.
That's right.
We take the prep. We don't prepare enough. We try to prepare just to get by, right?
That's right.
Once reality hits and we see, wait a minute, I ain't had this thing together like I thought I did. Then what we do when we approach it the next time, we over prepare.
That's right.
But then what happens is if that lesson, then we don't really over prepare. We prepare as much as we should have the first time.
That's right.
So then if we never failed the first time, then it would cause us to be in that position to be better prepared. So
then what that does when you do that, when you have failed at something, you tend to create habits that's sustainable and you create consistency when you fail, bro.
That's
real
right.
talk.
That's real.
This is why statistics show that C students succeed more in life.
That's right.
Why? Because they learned more lessons, bro.
Right.
Okay. They had to work hard. They had to learn more lessons. They failed at things. They had to go back. They weren't great test takers. They didn't comprehend things the first time they read it. This and that.
Right.
They had to read it 4, 5, 6, 7 times. But they
I'll bring a little humor. And that's why they say shorter guys are the better husbands. They did a study, man, and I correlate to it. Man, I'm 5'9". I correlate that because me being 5, if this same MJ was 6'2", I wouldn't have had to work and other things to have a success rate, man.
That's right.
That just is what it is. It's the harsh truth. So you got to take some self-awareness and be honest with yourself and know, okay, if majority of women like 6 feet, 6-pack, 6 figures, I'm below the ball. So what do I have to do? What do I have to enhance? I got to enhance my personality, my conversation. I sing a little bit, then it gets you in more doors.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that same attitude, man. You gotta be self-aware.
Man. Don't stop associating with failure with I lost. I failed, I learned.
I ain't
lost none. I learned.
Yep.
I ain't lost none.
And this season in my life, dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna say I like to fail, but I like that category of life, because what it does, it sharpens me.
That's right. Iron sharp iron. That's right.
It sharpens me.
That's right.
In every aspect. And it gives me something to say, okay, let me work toward this. Let me mentally focus.
Mm-hmm.
Let me really hone into what I need to do.
That's right.
And I evolve even better. I evolve even more.
So we don't lose, and we ain't never lost. We just learn.
Yep, that's it.
The only way I lose if I give up.
I give up. That's the only way you lose.
That's the only way you lose.
That's it.
Start teaching your kids that. See, those things, those build great mental principles, great mindsets. When you talk to them at a young age and say that, son, you might have failed a test, but you ain't lost none. Now go back. Now, what could you have done better?
Right.
The mistakes that you made, and let them talk to you about it. Don't just tell your child, go and be quiet, leave me alone. Let them tell you where they feel that they could have done better.
Right. And
hold them accountable to that.
Right.
That builds strong men and women. But to close them out, oh, you failed. Oh, forget me. Whatever. Just go in the room and do. No.
Right.
Talk to, okay, what we could have done better on this. That you know that I could have studied a little bit more, or I didn't get this. So if you didn't get it, what you should have done, don't give them the answer. Talk them to the answer.
Right.
Well, what you think you should have done if you didn't know that? I probably should have asked my teacher. Okay, that's a good one.
That's right.
Oh, I should have came to you. I might need a tutor. Oh, okay. So what we need to do to make you successful, to get you out of this, get you a tutor, whatever.
Right.
But help your child through it. And if you do it if you start teaching them like that as a child, when they get adults, it comes second nature. Man, what I could have done better. You know what? I did lack on this. I should have got an hour early and stopped being so lazy and being more steward of my time. And I could have studied more. I could have done this. That my success rate would have been better.
100%.
Okay, man. Shoot.
100%.
Yeah.
I know we done went over, man. We appreciate y'all joining us on the Lineage Podcast every Thursday. We appreciate all the love.
You gonna go to this last topic, man.
What's the last one?
You know about the
oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead.
You got to go on this.
We can talk about that. Tell me, because I didn't see the video.
Well, let me tell you what happened. The House passed. Let me take it down now. The House passed a law that is banning transgenders from playing girl sports.
Okay.
Transgender boys who associate themselves as transgender women, they ban them from playing girl sports. Any sports that gets federal funding.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I agree with them.
100%. Okay.
And the transgender, they was outside giving a man all type of F-bombs. Yeah, and they attacked him. Okay.
Wait. So the transgender people was outside of the building.
Well, one of the lawmakers was outside having a press conference.
Okay.
They walked up to him saying F you, whatever.
Protesting, profanity.
Profanity.
Okay.
Because they just passed this law. And it goes back to, it was a house full of Republicans who passed it. Well, I agree with those Republicans on that.
Correct.
My daughter plays AAU basketball, and I don't think it would be fair for her team to play a team that has transgender boys on it, girls. It's just not fair. Biologically, it's not fair, bro.
Right. 100%.
And that right there is common sense. Let's use our common sense on that.
But why they don't, like you said, why they don't just start getting a transgender league?
That's why I said start a transgender league. Let me tell you why. Because it's gonna be even. They're not gonna break records.
Yeah.
It's no self-glory in it, bro. But when you're a man and you go to a woman's sport and you break records and people praising you for it, self-validation.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why they're not going to do that. They're not going to lobby for that, which they lobbied for to do this in the first place. And now it's kickback now. Will push back, and I agree with the pushback, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think that's not fair.
Yeah, we've always said that it's not fair.
Let me tell you something. I guarantee you're not gonna see a girl who's transgender into a boy go into men's sports.
No, you're not gonna see that.
You're not gonna see it. You see none but the boys going into girl sports. You're not seeing girls go into boys sports. Why? Because they're not gonna play. They're gonna ride the bench. Because in a physical sport, now you have some women that's exception to the rules, MJ.
Yeah,
that's only probably 0.1%, 0.1% that they can go out there and hang with men. But for the most part, they're not going to be noticed.
Right.
So the girls that want to be boys understand that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's tell these transgender, look, I don't care that you're transgender.
Right.
I don't care about that. But at the same time, you still have testosterone and you still built like a man.
Right.
You shouldn't be out there trying to play women's sports.
Right. Because you've seen what has happened. Yeah. When they go into women's sport, they'll be like number 300 in the men's.
In the men's, they go and the girl be number 1.
World record.
And then this is how crazy the world is. They be like, wow, that's so great. What did you expect? What did you expect, MJ?
Right.
Come on. Let's stop. Let's stop being so far left that we find ourselves agreeing with stupid stuff.
Right.
That's just straight stupid.
Right.
Simple as that. Tell the transgender girls who want to be women that if you can't play and create your own league, stick over there with the boys.
Right.
But you shouldn't go over here with the women. And look, women has a lot. They're going to be the cause of destruction of their own sports leagues.
Yeah. They're going to be their own demise.
What's going to happen, one day they're going to let a transgender in the WNBA and they're going to have infinite amount of points.
Yep.
They're going to go in there dunking.
Yep.
They're going to do some of everything. It's going to be a wild moment. And he's going to get all the support. And they're going to say, we got to have, just like when USC beat Alabama, Bear Bryant said, we got to go get some of those. He was talking about black folks because we're athletic. And every sport, every team in the WNBA going to say, we got to get more transgender.
Yep.
And then what it's going to do with the women. We're trying to fight for the women here.
Yep.
That's going to push all the women to the side.
Yeah.
Because a transgender WNBA would probably be more entertaining than just an all-women NBA because you would see more dunking and it'll be more athleticism. We don't want that. We like watching the NBA for that.
Right.
The WNBA, if you look at women play more fundamental sound basketball than men.
That they do.
That's just, see, we sports people, we understand that women play more fundamental. The game, if you want to teach your child how to play the basketball game the correct way, now I'm not taking away the dunking and all the fancy stuff, but just X's and O's, and angles, watch the women basketball.
Yeah.
Fundamental, they got it right and tight.
Right, because the men's game is centered on more athletic.
Athleticism, the wild factor.
Right.
You get what I'm saying, bro? So, but if you get that and make it more entertaining, people like be entertained, bro.
Right.
They like to be entertained.
And
so what happens to the women? They're gonna slowly but surely get put out the league. Then you're gonna have the NBA and the TBA.
Yeah. The TNBA, the Transgender National
Basketball Association.
Or they might LGBTQ NBA. They might do that.
And the women gonna be like, wow, y'all look how y'all forgot about us. We're men, we're trying to tell you.
Right.
20 years down the line, if y'all keep on allowing these people, these lobbyists to pass these laws that's going against women.
Right.
It's going against women, MJ.
Because think about it, bro. And I read LaDonna. Agreed. I don't care, but you're still biologically unequal. Common sense. Create own league. Everybody want what they want. Shaking my head. Because think about it, bro. Before we go, the natural woman It's slowly but surely. The natural, feminine, pleasant woman is slowly but surely getting taken out of everything. They are slowly but surely pushing that woman to the back, especially in our.
Doing it.
And women is caught. Women are their own demise. Now they're pushing the more independent, the more the masculine mindset, and this, that, and the third. Like they're not pushing teamwork. Even the videos of women back in the 90s saying they'd rather raise a child on their own and things of that nature. Now the woman that has been inputted with values and femininity and morals and team play, they are pushing that woman to the back in sports, in entertainment, they just pushing them to the back. And every year it seems like it just keep going. And so you're right. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be a man, a transgender man. He gonna come in dunking, and then guess what's gonna happen? The women are gonna be at a crossroad. Then they're gonna say, do we go with this? Or do we fight against? What we really need to do is fight against this, because it's gonna get out of hand. Then you're gonna have a team full of transgenders, and they're gonna be the best. They're gonna be like the Lakers and the Boston Celtics in the 80s and 90s. They're gonna be the only two teams winning.
When women have to, and I think, look, MJ, I think that the LGBTQ community, I don't think we should disrespect a person because of what they identify as or whatnot. You know, that's not my fight to do that. Between you and your maker. But what I would say is this: I think women has helped them usher in the progress that they've gotten in America.
Right.
If you look at history, women have helped them.
Right.
I think it's time for the woman to reconsider her alliance with them, because if they don't in this season, it's going to be very destructive for them. Because what they're doing now and what they're pushing is kind of insane.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And the woman has to sit back in this season and say, where do we draw the line? It's a line everywhere, bro.
Right.
It's a line. Everybody Joe Biden drew the line when he wouldn't give black folks a hate crime bill. They drew the line when they won't give black folks reparation.
Right.
They drew the line with no reform. We'll give you civil rights and all that, but we ain't gonna do no reform. Where is the line that women have to say, okay, it's okay for us to say we can't support that?
Right.
You ain't gotta agree with everything.
Yeah, because they tap into the emotions and they know what time it is.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come to a point where women are gonna have to say, okay, let's think more logical.
That's right.
You know, let's not put too much emotion into it. Let's think more logical.
That's
is
right,
this going to be our demise, or is this going to help us down the line, or does it have the potential of hurting us?
That's right.
And so they got to get with it. So
they got to get with it.
Yeah. But we appreciate y'all staying up with us past our time.
Yeah,
an hour and a half tonight, and it's been a great show. We appreciate all the support in the comments and the participation. And if you don't have the tour, if you haven't booked the tour, you know what to do. FD Reese Historical Tour. It's something that I wanted to say before we left, and I forgot, man. But it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me next week. But we appreciate y'all joining us. Have the great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and hug your brother and your sister, your mom and your dad and your cousin. Hug all them. So we'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.